Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today my lovely client has come back and she wants a infill and a rebalance. Rebalancing just means putting the apex back where it needs to be, especially with long nails, because as they grow out, you know, they can come unbalanced, which makes it painful and, you know, really easy to make them lift and stuff like that. So my client has had these nails on for around 3 weeks, just over 3 weeks, and she's come back. Obviously we're just gonna do the rebalance for her and she wants to keep the same design. So although we did see this design, the fresh design done, I thought I would share with you how I do my rebalance from start to finish. So she's come in and I've sanitized my hands and her hands, really important. And then I'm taking this smooth top safety bit from Nail Dot Supplies and I'm just taking off just the top coat really and just filing down the apex a little bit, that's the old apex where it is, because obviously we're taking some length down and that will make the end of the nail like really bulky. So just make sure you're taking off that bulk where the apex has grown out. Also, I do want to say that when you are removing stones with cuticle nippers like I did, just make sure you're really super careful because it can be dangerous if you slip. Also, I'm just going to show you how I get rid of lifting that has occurred on someone else. So as you can see on this middle finger, there is some lifting, mainly around the sides of the enhancement. So I'm just going to take my e-file, and it does look like I'm being very vigorous, but I'm not, because this video is just sped up. So when you are trying to remove lifting, you want to file behind the lift. If you file into the lifted area, you're just going to keep chasing it all the way up the nail until your whole nail needs to come off. So always file behind that little white ridge that you see until that there is no lifting left. You make sure you want to remove all lifting. Really important and really difficult to do, you know. It's not easy. But obviously if you can figure out what's causing the lifting in the first place, then, you know, always try and solve the problem rather than try and fix the problem. But as you can see, it was only them 2 nails that had any lifting on, the rest were absolutely perfect. So again, just filing down that top coat, filing down the end a little bit, and then removing the bulk from the old apex in preparation for our new apex. So then I'm going to go into prep and I'm pushing back her cuticles with this cuticle pusher. I'm going to go in with this skiver bit. Is it skiver? Was it a diamond bit, sorry, from Nail Supplies. And just going to go around that sidewall area and the cuticle area, removing any dead skin that's left on the natural nail plate or hiding in them sidewalls, in the nail folds, because files are really difficult to get to that bit, but that is where a lot of lifting occurs, is when the dead skin hides in them nail folds. Now I'm going to take my CJP 180 grit, and I'm using the 180 side, and I'm literally just going to blend that acrylic into the natural nail, take off any remaining bulk, just do a quick reshape as well, just tidy up the shape a little bit. And also while I'm doing this, I will etch that new growth area as well with the file. And then in a second, I do just take my cuticle nippers and nip away those little hangnails that were on there. Again, I don't advise doing this unless you know what you're doing. I don't take lightly to cutting any skin off, but when you have hangnails and they are just dead skin that's flaking away, then you can just nip them away. Just don't go into any of that living tissue. That's definitely not what you want to do. So again, when I'm blending in this lifted area, I will file just behind that white bit. Again, it looks like I'm being really vigorous, but I can assure you I'm not. I'm not causing my client any pain or any heat. I'm just making sure that that is nice and blended into the natural nail plate, so that when we apply the new acrylic, there is no air pockets or anything like that for anything to get stuck or any nasties to get inside. When I'm done with filing, I cleaned away all the dust, and now I'm going in with prep spray to dehydrate and cleanse the nail plate further. And then I will go in with my CJP Acid Bond and just apply this to the natural nail growth. I'll do this on all 5 fingers, and then we'll go straight in with acrylic application. So I'm using my CJP Big Boy brush, and I'm placing the bead at the cuticle area and then just pushing up to the cuticle area and blending that in with the tip of my brush, and then kind of trying to leave that bead in that apex area. I don't want to drag that whole bead down the entire nail because we don't need any product down that end of that nail. We don't want these to become like top heavy, because that is also another factor what causes lifting, is when the enhancement is unbalanced. So I'm basically just infilling the areas and making sure the apex is back where it needs to be to make this enhancement nice and strong. So like I said, she just wanted the same design that we'd already done, so I'm literally taking the same glitter, infilling that area, just blending down a little bit to make the other glitter look nice and fresh, and then I'll move on and allow that to set before I cap, and then basically just performing this infill and rebalance. So I will just let you continue to watch. So once they're all set, coming back to file, so I'm taking this tapered bit again from Nail Supplies. I will leave the link the link is always in the description box to everything that I use, so if you're ever wondering what I'm using, just check there. And I'm literally just going around the cuticle and sidewall area to make sure that the acrylic in them areas is nice and flush, to minimize any sort of lifting or anything that will occur when lifting. And yeah, and then I will take my hand file, reshape, and then just go around the whole nail, contouring it, making sure it's all nice and perfect again for my client. I decided to leave all of this in today. I hope you're not bored, and I hope you enjoy watching how I do this from start to finish. A lot of people say that they like to see the filing and stuff, so because we have done this design already, I just thought that I would leave the actual process in for you to all watch. So I really hope you're enjoying that. Once I was all happy with that, I will then go in, clean away all the dust, and going in with Kiara Sky No Wipe Top Coat. I got this from Nails by Annabelle, which the link is in the description box to her store, and it's a really gorgeous top coat. I'm just going to apply this to all of the nails, and then I'll cure in the lamp for 60 seconds. I then reapplied the crystals to the middle finger, but I was completely out of shot, so I'm sorry I didn't get that on film. And then I'm just going in with CJP Unicorn Glaze on the pinky finger and the index finger. I'll then re-top coat the nails, as well as the one that I had to buff to stick the crystals on, because glue will not dry on a slippery surface. And I already applied the top coat, so I just buffed over that before I went in with glue. And then I'll cure these again, apply the cuticle oil, and then that will be the end of the video. I really hope you have enjoyed watching this. I know it's a little bit different. I know I don't really show many infills and redesigns, but I really do hope you've enjoyed watching. If you did, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would. I'll see you all again in the next one. I love you. Bye.